Welcome to the Ashes into Beauty podcast with your host, Stephanie Marie Laswell, divorce concierge at The Divorce Life. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening today. You get me all by yourself today, and I am going to talk a little bit about the art of supporting a divorcee. I know that you have had a loved one in your life that has been going through a divorce, and you probably have had some questions about the best way to support that person, whether it's a friend or a family member. Sometimes we just don't know what to say. We have great intentions, but we don't know what to do or how to respond. Are we talking about it too much? Are we not talking about it enough? And with my own experience and talking with other divorcees, I've come up with a couple of things that I think can give you some help on how to help your loved one feel like they are getting support as they go through this very difficult time. That way, we can get rid of those excuses of, well, I didn't know what to say or I didn't know what to do. First of all, just because somebody is going through a divorce doesn't mean that it is changing who they are. Sure, they're going to have an identity crisis. They're going to have to figure out who they are now that they don't wear that label of wife or husband, but they are still who God created them to be. They're still your friend. They're still your family member. And right now, they're just a human being that needs to know that they are still lovable and that they are still desired to be in a relationship with you, whatever that relationship may look like. They're going to more than likely pull back from you. And it is because they're uncertain of a couple of things, who they can trust, who's going to take their side. They're wondering if you're not going to take their side. Are you gossiping with other friends or family about what's going on in their life? They're just kind of going through some trust issues right now. They might be dealing with depression, which causes people to isolate. Their world is being turned completely upside down. They're probably not seeing their kids as much, and they're having to make a lot of decisions when their mind is foggy. And so there's a lot going on in their life right now that they're having to learn how to rebalance things. And that might not take place for a very long time. That might take several years for them to find their new groove and their new balance. And I know that you want to show up for them and support them and love them through this. I've also found that a lot of loved ones or church members or community friends, they can also tend to pull back because they're not sure what to say or how to approach their friend going through this divorce time. It's a loss for everybody, right? Everyone that's involved in this situation and that has loved this couple as one and seen them as one. And so it can be a hard time for a lot of people. But as the person that shows up in their life as a friend or family that's not going through the divorce, I think the one thing that comes to mind that can help them feel loved is to continue to embrace them. This looks like providing a safe place for them, showing them empathy, and doing so without any judgment, to make them feel like they can talk about their true feelings, the good and the bad and the ugly, because let's be honest, all three of those things happen in divorce. Nobody sets out to get married only to end in a divorce. And sometimes there are those situations where a divorce is necessary for the health and well-being of the individuals or the family that's involved. But if you can provide a safe place and help them know that they're not going to be judged because of this situation that they're having to face, whether it was by choice or not by choice, that's going to make them feel like they can open up and trust you. The other thing is to pursue them. Like I mentioned earlier, they're probably going to be pulling back a little bit. But this isn't about you, and you really shouldn't make it about you, to be honest. unless they've just clearly come out and stated that they no longer want to be in your life, which I don't believe that probably would happen. Let them know that they're missed when they stop showing up to places where they usually do show up. And don't stop inviting them to things. Let them know that they're missed and that you still want them to be involved. And also, keep in mind the hardship that they're facing. They're more than likely probably going through some kind of financial hardship, or maybe they've been cut off from finances altogether. That can make them pull away or pull back because of, shame or embarrassment. And they might not want to reach out for help. But if you can continue to pursue them, that's going to help them know that they are loved, no matter that their marital status is changing. And the other thing would be to remain steady. Keep life as normal as possible. Maybe you know that they are struggling financially and you've got a girls' night and you don't know if you should invite her or not. Go ahead and invite her and have the whole gaggle of girls pitch in and split her dinner so that she can still come and feel a part of the group. There's lots of things that you can do to remain steady and keep life as normal as possible for them and what they're used to experiencing with you. And maybe you need to go out and change some things up and include them more. Or I had one guest on the podcast that her friend would invite her over every Tuesday for dinner with the family for a while. That's a great way to include your friend that's going through a divorce into your family and make them feel welcome, especially if they're already starting to split time with their kids and their kids aren't as home as often. Maybe you invite them over that week that their kids aren't home so they can not be at home feeling lonely and sad while their kids are away from them. Sometimes the divorcee doesn't exactly know what help they need or how to ask for help. So if there's something that you feel comfortable offering, go ahead and offer that. And like I've mentioned earlier, don't make it about you if they ghost you or if they don't respond. Just continue to pursue them and let them know that they are loved, and it's a good sign of showing them unconditional love and that they do matter and that they are worthy of love and attention. And just one last thought that I will end with is Proverbs 17:17. Friends love through all kinds of weather. Families stick together in all kinds of trouble. And I think it's a really great opportunity for us to embody this as we embrace, remain steady, and pursue those that are in our lives that we love and care for that are going through a divorce. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, talk to you later. For more information on services or divorce resources provided by The Divorce Life, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, or find us at www.thedivorcelife.com. Thank you for tuning in and listening, and a big thanks to my producer, Jazz, at the Possibilities Podcast Center.